Welcome. This is the Crestwood Library January 2021 card making class assembly information. And I am Dee Tollickson. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Chicago area. And I'm hoping that you were able to get a card kit from the library and are able to stamp along as we make the cards. And if not, just know that next month, around the first of the month is when I deliver the cards. So be sure and let the librarians know either way, if you like it, if you don't like it, if you are wanting to make the cards and weren't able to get a kit, or because we adjust the numbers depending on how many of the kits have been picked up, how many of the, the response from people. So be sure to let the librarians know when you are in that you like the kits or you are finding them too easy, too hard, whatever. I see a few people are here, so I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera and we'll look, instead of at me, we'll look at cards, we'll look at products, we're going to talk about an opportunity. So I'm going to flip the camera and then I'm going to try to watch along on my iPad, which is always the most challenging part. So here we go. Hold on. If you get dizzy when the camera whips you into a different realm, hang on. Look away. Okay, so let's see. There's my desktop. And now I can, things are just falling in. I'm going to try to get the iPad to follow along and not be making noise while I'm doing it. So hopefully, there's my voice coming double time. All right. So I wanted to just mention before we get started that every year I do a little fun with Super Bowl. I do Super Bowl squares. They are, everyone's a winner. It's $10 per square. If you're interested, leave a message under the video and I will touch base with you, or you can, if you have my contact info, please contact me. I really want to get the squares filled up. There's only 25 squares. Every single square is a winner. You earn, for your $10, you get a full pack of Stampin' Up! Cardstock. So I just get a variety of colors and let you choose if I have options. If I have to just deliver it to you or leave it for you to pick up, then you might just get whatever you get. But it's a full pack, which is like an $8.75 value plus 10% tax, 10% shipping. So for your $10, you're actually getting a bargain. And then if you win it. There are winners each quarter. So if you win the first quarter, let's see, first quarter is getting the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. A full pack of this. It's, 4 different designs. I believe it's 4 designs, 2 sheets of each. Anyway, it's 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, double-sided. It's really beautiful and brand new. If you are the halftime winner, you're going to get this lovely Heal Your Heart stamp set, some note cards so that you can make sympathy cards or thinking of you cards. It's a really beautiful celebration set this year. Third quarter is Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper. I don't have that here on my desk, but grand prize, everybody goes back in for so you can, only one person will win first quarter, different person second quarter, different person third quarter. So fourth quarter, or the big finish, everyone's eligible again. And that prize is going to be this Punch Party stamp set, a pack of enamel dots, a package of blue glimmer paper, and I'll be making those available for you. So I will have them down on the south side. I live way up north in Arlington Heights, which is, so much fun for doing these library projects. I get to travel to see my mother who lives there. And I did see, Mom, that you are here, that you're watching. So that makes me happy. I saw Tyler is here. There's 3 people watching live, which is fun. And then lots of you catch up afterward. And I don't know. Come here, Marky. No, I have a little dog and he comes in here. If I close the door, he definitely needs to get in here. It's very important to him to get his little fanny in here and see what's going on if I'm snacking or something. So I wanted to just show you while we're kind of getting settled in and you're getting your supplies out. These are the cards that I made in my local Stamp Club class this month. So we'd use the new gilded leafing product from Stampin' Up! To make these gold stripes. So that was pretty fun. And, excuse me, super easy to do. If you are wondering about it, leave me a comment and I'll tell you more or show you over to the video. We also use the new succulents. It's called something succulents. It might be even called something succulents. I don't know, but it's called potted succulents, and it's got this gigantic full card face die that cuts out this beautiful die here. Maybe we'll use that one month in Stamp Club here at the library. And then the third card we made was a shaker card. Super easy. You just put your front panel into a clear acetate envelope, drop in your shakers, your sequins or dots or whatever you're using, and then seal up that envelope real tight against your front of your card. Put it on the front of your card. So it was a real simple shaker card. So I wanted to just share some of the things we do. If you're interested in joining that Stamp Club, let me know. That's just a $15 a month commitment plus shipping, and I send those out to my Stamp Club members who are not local. They can make it at home. All right, so today for our Crestwood Library Stamp Club, we're making 4 cards. One is a fun fold, a little bit of coloring. So you can see I did not color my little donkey, but you might want to. I did color my dog, but you don't have to. So these are the cards we're going to make today, and I'll show you the tips and tricks I have for you so that you can make them successfully without feeling a little frustrated or incomplete. So I'm going to put this over to the side and pull out the supplies for the first card. It is from a card kit, so it came with a matching envelope, and it's a little bit larger size than our normal cards, and pre-printed. So it already had that red metallic leafing on it also that matches the envelope. So your first step, my first step, is always folding that card, and you can see where the score line is, and we've talked about this a few times. You're going to bury that bump, so put that bump to the inside. It's really obvious on a pre-printed card, right? Because you've got decorations on the outside. First step. Second step is to find your little red panel that I did run through my die cut machine, and it made this outline of a heart. It's just a subtle little thing that is a little extra interest. Makes it interesting, right? Now, if you are a stamper and you've got a million tools in your collection, this is where I would use a corner rounder. If you don't, leave them square, just like mine, but I think I want this one corner right here to be rounded, and so I'm going to put that in my corner rounder, and I'm just going to do that one. That's all that I want. You can do them all, you can do none. It's your card kit. No one's checking your work, right? So we're going to adhere that to our card front, and I'm just using basic, plain Tombow adhesive. It's double stick tape in a dispenser. And we're going to put that on our card. And make sure that it looks straight. The next thing I'm going to do is look at this designer series paper that I cut for you. The way that it cuts it, it gives me the heart, and it gives me the heart outline. It's your card. I want you to do whatever looks pretty to you. So you can put it on like I did in my sample, or you can put this here, put all of that on your card. If you don't use it on the front, what I did was I hid it on the inside of the card. Makes the inside look pretty. Okay, now if you have some glue and you have good control over your glue, this is the time to get that glue out. Get out a piece of scrap paper or get out your silicone mat and put a little dab of glue on here. Just run it around this. If you don't have glue, get out a piece of scrap paper, use whatever adhesive you've got, and put some adhesive on there, okay? There's no rules here. Now, glue might have been a little bit, I don't know, easy to control, but you can use whatever glue is handy. And then put that on the front of your card. Beauty, coming right along. Now I did take your sentiment here and I stamped it. I punched it. There's a punch shaped like this big postage stamp. And I put a double stick dimensional on the back of your piece. You can see mine was from a scrap that I didn't end up using in another project. So it might make it a little hard to color, but if you have a nice marker or you have a Sharpie or you have watercolor paints, you can get them out and just put a little color on the front of this. I'm going to put bright red. You could put pink. You could put some glitter glue would be fun on here, stickles, because it's a small area. So that took 1 second. That's all that I did was make a little red in the heart. Peel off your dimensional and put it on the front of the card. And I am going to put that heart on the inside. Oh, you know what? I never did this thing over here to see if you're talking to me. And you are. Hi, Jan. Hi, Tyler. Your heart, Jan says her heart is smaller than the outline. Well, it should fit right in there. They were cut together, so I don't know. It should be smaller than the outline because it came out of the outline. That makes sense. Yep. Okay. One card done. Super easy. Put that one away. And I'm going to do the next easy one. We're going to save the harder steps for the end because that's, you know, the fun. All right, so the next card we have punched sentiment with dimensionals on the back. You need that. You need your set of 3 pieces of designer series paper, and you need your white card base. Okay? So, as usual, bury the bump. If you have it, use a bone folder to give yourself a good hard crease there. And then size them up. See which ones you like where. Mine is almost identical to the sample, my set. You might have a different group. It might be a little bit different. Let's see if I have a different set in my box here. Just things that go in different directions. I have the same yellow, peach, purple setting, but like this one goes up and down. This one goes up and down. So nothing too, I don't think I used too many different varieties. So I want you to lay them out, figure out how far from the top looks right to you. They go very close next to each other. And now it's not right. So I'm going to pull it all down a little bit so that it's a little more even top and bottom. Okay. And then we're going to do one at a time. So any one of them, leave those 2 there. Don't brush them off. Leave them there. Get your adhesive on it. And this way, this way. Doesn't really matter. You're going to hold these. I'm going to slide this one up right up against it so that it's nice and straight. It's not straight at all. And that's where it's staying. Not straight at all, friends. That's where it is. Okay, next one. Get your adhesive on there. And I'm going to overlap because it's so not straight here. I'm going to overlap it a little bit on this end to make it look a little straighter. So that I'm looking over here now, trying to make that straight, okay? There we go. Now this one looks, this line looks straight. And then this one can just butt up against that one because I got the second one a little straighter. Very easy, no tricks. And then this is already stamped. It's got some stars on it, makes it a little festive. Happy birthday. Take the dimensional backings off and put that on my card. And I like to put it across this line. It kind of makes it, I don't know, gives it a finished look. Are you keeping up with me? Are you even trying? Huh. Yeah, Anna, I'm watching. And yes, Anna, I did say bury the bump. So when you score the card, you're breaking the fibers here with your score tool, okay? And so you continue to move those fibers apart. And the bump goes on the inside. Bury the bump. All right, stash that one away, all done. Okay, next we're gonna make this cute fun fold. And this stamp set is something that I got as a gift, I think, or won in a contest. They are the cutest crazy dogs. They're Tim Holtz stamp set, and they are so many dogs, 6 dogs, and all of their leash and bowls and bones and fun stuff that go with them. And I hardly ever use them because they're not stamping up. So I thought I could pull them out for you guys because you're not fussy about that. You're happy to see a cute stamp even if it's not in my catalog, right? So it could be a Valentine card. It's red and pink. I put on the inside just because. You can write just because it's Valentine's Day, whatever makes you happy. So the way that you got your cardstock, it's already got the fold in it, and mine is stamped, so I can't bury the bump this time. So on your red piece, you're going to fold it. You can bury the bump on this one. You're going to fold it in half, and it doesn't really matter which way. And you know I love to use the bone folder on those folds. So this one you're going to fold completely backwards so that the dog is on the outside and the fold is on the right. Okay? Fold on the right. Can you hear my dog in here rattling around? He's got a little bed under my table and he's got to mess up the towels in there every time he comes in. It has to be. All right, so the trick to this card is going to be getting this on here. And the reason it's tricky is that it doesn't cover the entire hole. So you need to get your glue onto either this or this and not have it all go on the inside of your card where your dog is going to be. Okay, so it's like a peekaboo card. It opens to the left and then it opens to the right. So I am going to get out some glue, and I have a fine tip glue that I have moved into a tiny little bottle. I got these sweeties off of Amazon, and it is very fine tip. And I'm going to go way over here and squeeze it so that I know it's working, and it is. And if you watch close, I will for sure put my hand in that mess. And then you want to put this glue out on the scallops towards the outer part of the circle. Whatever glue you're using, if you're putting it on with a tiny little bottle or if you're putting it on with a paintbrush, which would be my second recommendation, is to grab a paintbrush, a real fine-tipped paintbrush, or just be very light-handed with your glue. Or if the only thing you have is a, say a glue stick, you could put that. You could use a glue stick to go just around the edges. You could use this to just go around those edges. But whatever you do, you don't want to get the inner part of your glitter circle because then it will smear to the inside of your card. Okay, that's the tricky part. That is the tricky part. So here's my card. I'm going to open it up, put it on my desk, and I'm going to aim for that circle and try not to get the glue in it. And that's it. That's the trick. Now, if you look at the back of it, there's a little spot of glue there. I'm going to wipe that off with my finger. A little bit there. But otherwise, the glue is not showing. And that's the whole trick. And if you got glue there, just let it dry. Use your glue eraser. Use your fingers. Whatever it takes. You can do this. Okay. So here's my card with the opening, the fold on the left. Here's my little dog with the fold on the right. I want you to try it on for size. So center it. See if it's going to work with your cutout, your die cut. And it is. It's going to be lovely. So now we can put our adhesive on the back of that. And put it right in the center of your red, your cherry cobbler colored cardstock. And then you can color him if you so desire. I'm going to give him a little bit of a pink tongue, right? Just a little bit. I've already given him a little bit of dark brown where there's shadows preformed. Maybe a little bit more brown fur. What color is your dog? Black and white, Mom? You can color it black and white. Okay? So, color your little dog. Or don't. Whatever makes you happy. He needs a bright colored collar. Maybe I'll use my marker on his collar. Little red collar. All right, super easy, cute. And then our final card is the Hee Haw card. This one is a new stamp set from Stampin' Up! That is coming out for celebration. So you have this bright green base. You have a stripe in coral. You've got some pretty designer series paper. You can use whichever side you like. I think this side will tie in your coral and your green, right? And then you have your little donkey. Oh, sorry. It's the glitter from the glitter paper. It's making my nose twitch. Oh, and you have this little piece of string. It's just some baker's twine. Okay, so first, your card base, bury the bump, give it a good press. We're done with all of those. And then your little strip of coral, we're going to put some adhesive on there. Whatever you're using, double stick tape or glue or whatever. And get that onto the card. And I just put it like a fat ½ inch, a finger width away from the edge over here. Try to get it straight. And my piece is definitely overlapping, so I'm just going to come in and try. Sorry. Phone call. All right. So there's that. And then we're going to put our piece of designer series paper. And there's really no up or down or front or back on that. So I put it in a little bit over from this line, so made that line look nice and straight. It is nice and straight. And then we have our little donkey. And you can color him also. He's not too fussy about how you do the coloring. And here's what I did with him. So first, to make the balloon work for him, first thing I did was tie just a basic loop and then stick the balloon in there and tighten it up. Okay? If you don't want to do that, put some glue on the back of your balloon and just glue the string to the back of the balloon. That will work perfectly. The next thing I did was I got out, I put the whole card together. I'll show you. So I put the balloon on here, and I put it, I like to size things up, just try it on. So I'm going to put that here, and then I can put my balloon up here. It's a little bit darker color orange, so it's still going to show. And then I adhered the donkey to the card front. Center that across the bottom, however, wherever, whatever you want. And then let's go back to my glue. Look at that big gob of glue sitting there on the tip of my glue. I'm going to just throw that in the trash. Or I can just put it on the little donkey's hiney here. It just kind of comes up out of the bottle, and so I'm going to use it. So I tie like a half knot, or don't. Just stick it in the glue. If you want to, you can tie a little half knot there like we did for the top of the balloon. So you make a loop, put that string through it, kind of pull it out to the end of the string, and then put it into the dot of glue. Oh, it's not going to stretch that far. There we go. Right into the dot of glue. And just hold it there while you talk for a minute or watch the video. Or figure out where your colored pencils are or where your crayons are. And good. We're good. That is what I did, folks. I just stuck it into a dot of glue on his hiney. Now, if you have dimensionals, you could put a part of a dimensional on there. If you have glue dots, put a glue dot on there and stick the knot into the glue dot. Super easy. All right, so this card, I know that Dolores is cussing me out right now. I don't like working with strings and ribbon and all that mess. And it does give you a little challenge, but you can do a couple things to make it easier, or just draw a line with your marker from the balloon down to the donkey. Make it a drawn balloon string. Super easy. So there's card 4, card 3, card 2, and card 1. Just like that, we're all done. So I really encourage you to leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you think of the cards. I would like to share that with the librarians. Make sure they know that you like the cards. If they're too easy, if they're too hard, if they're not seasonal, if you don't need any more birthday cards, whatever, I'm open. I would like to know what you think, and I can then give you what you want. And other than that, we're still going to be doing this. The librarian, Caitlin, told me that they think until summer. So we've got, February, March, April, May, June, a couple more months of online card making. If you're comfortable getting together with your friends, grab your friend and join us for the video, and you 2 or 3 or 4 can make your cards together. And but we're not going to be back to the library for a couple of months yet. So leave me a comment, maybe take a picture of your cards and post that so we know that you're making them. That would be awesome. And if you were not able to get the cards, I don't know what the numbers were this month, who showed up, who picked up, who didn't. So I don't know if we're out of packets or if there are still packets available. I just don't know. But let me know if you had a hard time getting your packet, and we'll try to be sure that we have enough for everyone. All right, have a good month, and we'll see you again in February. Take care.